I love my kids. That's what we always say. Amen. And I'll be honest. I've seen a lot of counselors through the years, and one of them said, "You, sir, are good at telling stories, and you should make it a point to tell stories in any way you can." And I'll be honest, it's just taken a real long time to get around to being able to do this project at all. And I've gone through a lot of things as a dad. I got a dog when I grew up with a mom that was allergic to dogs to begin with. And I got 4 kids, so I've gone through a lot of different things. And today I'm going to tell a story about my yesterday for as much as I could possibly remember. So in the morning, my wife goes to work each day at 7 o'clock, and she gets off 12 and a half hours minimum if she gets off like exactly on the nose immediately 30 minutes after her shift is formally slotted to end. But sometimes there's longer shifts. Well, anyway, yesterday she wakes up and she says, "I'm going to get the kids ready. You go ahead. And you get ready." And that usually means that I get a little bit of time to myself, whether it's like sneaking some video games in the bathroom or whatever it is. But today, oh my gosh, that thing's loud. But yesterday, that day, I'm just doing my laundry. You know how it is. That you can't do anything without getting chores done when you're a full-time parent. That day, she was out having breakfast with the kids, and one of the kids said, age 7, scratching her head, "My head is really itchy." Oh, you know where the story's going already. You definitely do. But the story's not gonna end there. But let's just keep going. All right, so she said, "My head is itchy, especially in this one spot, and it has been for a couple of days." And for whatever reason, those words put together meant that my wife was compelled to get up and go and check on my baby girl. See what's up with her. Make sure that she's okay. And she pulled out a comb. I don't know where she got the comb from. I mean, you know how it is. You got all these brushes and combs laying all over the place. So she picks up this comb and checks my baby girl. And of course, she's got lice. Thank goodness. Thank goodness she checked, though, because it was a very small colony. I would say about fist size around in its zone of control, but not very populated. So hopefully we got them early enough. But I gotta tell you, my wife was going to work yesterday, so if she's got to be at work at 6 o'clock, what time did she get up, and when did we find this stuff out? So we definitely found out before she went to work. That means by 7 o'clock in the morning, I was calling all the schools to tell them none of my kids would be going to school. And the 12-year-old, she was crying because today's the first day of track and field, and she didn't want to miss out on that. But she has to get treated because mom's a nurse. Whoosh! Mom's a nurse. You see the shirt? Mom's a nurse, right? So she realized, just because it's probably true, that she's going to end up having some kind of thing in her hair. So she checked, and she's like, "Oh, lice. Well, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to keep the kids home. And you, husband, are going to treat all the kids. You're going to treat all the kids." So that meant that I had to drive my wife to work because she's pregnant with our 5th kid. And after the winter, when we didn't want her to slip and I drove her all the time, now that it's spring, I drive her to work all the time. So I drove her to work. And after work, I went to Safeway to go pick up some of this lice shampoo. Yeah, it's the next day. I'm still treating the bedding because got to wash all the bedding. So I get that lice shampoo, and there it is, the biggest brand. Everybody loves it, that brand. And it's the last one on the shelf. So I don't have enough to treat all 3 kids. It's just the last one on the shelf. So I buy that one. I get home. I get the one that's infected. And my wife has told her that she's not allowed to move from the table. "Hey, eat your breakfast, honey. Here, you can have some tablet." Gotta give her a little tablet. So she's sitting at the table. Basically, right here that I haven't cleaned up from last night's meal, you can see her princess glove. And she was still there sitting when I got back almost an hour later because, I still have the 12-year-old at home. So now watching the 4-year-old and the 7-year-old while I'm getting the chemical. That's really not too bad these days. So, oh my goodness. That was the start of the day. I spent the next 2 hours specifically dry shampooing, because that's the modern thing, right? Dry shampooing the hair with basically pesticide and telling my girls to cover their eyes so that they don't get any of the chemical into their mucus glands. And it's a big old towel. And so then they had to sit there for 10 minutes, and oh my gosh, it was torture for each of them as I'm the one washing their hair. Like, let's get your hair all clean there. Daddy, you're lucky you don't have to worry about getting lice. No, I don't, honey, but let's make sure we don't get any in your eyes now. At noon, the oldest one had begged, of course, for us to be able to take her back to school because it's track and field day and we needed to get her to school. So I did. I took her to school. I dropped her off. And that was nice. I'll be honest, one less kid is nice when you're trying to manage such a situation. So then I take the other 2 kids on a nice walk. It's a lovely walk outside. I live in a rainforest, a brief moment of sunshine. So that was great. I go outside. And at the end of the walk, my son, during the walk, I'll tell you a funny bit during the walk. During the walk, my son, he's like sticking his little butt out like over every dog poop. He'd go over dog poop. He's like, Daddy, I just pooped. And I didn't take any pictures, but man, was it funny. So that was a blast. Okay, it's time for school to be over. Let's get back there and pick up your sister. What do you mean you got to use the bathroom? We're still 30 minutes away from the van. All right, come on, let's go. All right. Took care of the normal stuff. That's normal. Okay. Now it's time to pick up the girl. But I actually don't need to pick up her specifically. I need to pick up some pizza. That's right. We had to go pick up a pizza because tonight is violin night. Not just any violin night. It's the special private lesson. So the 12-year-old gets a special private lesson. And we had to go to that. But immediately after that, the 2 younger ones who were just treated for lice and I, picked through the hair. I had enough shampoo punchline to get the older one and the 2 girls, but the baby, the youngest, the 4-year-old, he's not a baby, he's a big boy now. He tells me all about it. His hair looked just fine, so I said, you don't have any little white specks, you don't have any critters in there, we're not going to put this stuff in your hair. And so, back to violin. All right, so the violin was followed by a double, that's a twofer swim class. That's right. The 4-year-old and the 7-year-old who had been released from quarantine by the instructions on the package and also by Representative Mom. I went and took them to swim class. So what that looks like is you get the kids home from the walk. You sit in the parking lot of my driveway. I guess is what it's called in a house. Sit in my little driveway. My oldest daughter comes home from school. She goes into the house, gets her violin, comes back out, and says, "Daddy, can I have a slice of pizza?" Because remember, I went and got pizza between the walk, right? So, so I got the pizza. The bathroom break was at the house. I'm skipping around a little bit. So the bathroom break was at the house. I got the pizza, came home, got the kid. She got the violin. She asked for a slice of pizza. The other 2 kids, they're not allowed to have more than 1 slice of pizza because we're an hour before the swim class now. So if you get too much pizza, your tummy will be all full and you'll have cramps while you're in the middle of swim class. I don't know if you want a 4-year-old or a 7-year-old in the middle of swim class having stomach cramps, throwing up in the classroom, which is a swimming pool. So we're not going to do that. I take the pizzas in the house to hide it from the kids. I give the oldest one a slice of pizza. Now, everybody's had a slice of pizza, but Dad snuck 3. Let's be honest. Anyway, so then I take the oldest one to the house after taking the two little ones and putting them in the swim class. I'm sorry, two little ones in the swim class. Take the oldest one back to the house because now I got this dog. Did I remember to tell you about the dog? So I got this dog. She's adorable. Look at her. She just loves me all this. She's like, please, where are the kids? So she could walk the dog. So she takes the dog. She walks the dog. And she does the dog walk for an hour. But in that time, I had to go back and get the kids. Now, you might be asking yourself, man, this is all after school. What is this time? When are you picking these kids up? I'm picking the kids up at 6:15, but that's picking the kids up from 6:15 out of class. These are also two young kids, so that means definitely they are attended. They are attended. They can't take showers by themselves. I mean, the 7-year-old, she does all right, but she's never going to really get her hair clean. That means on Monday, after giving her a lice shampoo, and then she had to go take a shower, she took care of herself there, I had to go back to swim class, pick up the two kids, take them in, do their shower, and you don't know anything if you've not gone into the family locker room and waited in line with two wet, cold, sometimes screaming kids, because one of them's got autism. He doesn't talk very much. So if he's got like really bad feeling, he's like, "Rah!" And you're just, whoa, don't even emulate that. That's too much PTSD there, guy. Anyway, so I finished with their shower routine. The oldest one comes home. I can tell because the ring alerted me. She goes and she comes home, but wait a second. Wait. What? She's not coming home. She's just now leaving? She's just now leaving? Oh, my goodness. So now I can't take the kids and drop them off at the house because she hasn't left yet. So, okay, I'm starting to get a little worried, but I know I got to pick my wife up at 7:30. So, I take the little kids home. I get them home. They've been showered. They're ready for bed, but they're still hungry. So I give them some slices of pizza. Here you go. Then I give them a little bit of brownie bite. Don't act like it's a big deal. The brownie bites are only about this big. I said I shop at Safeway, so Signature brand, you know what I'm saying? Signature brand, they're only about this big. They're teeny tiny. They're teeny tiny. There's two in there. They're teeny tiny. And the calories on one brownie is 130. So if a slice of pizza and one of these brownies doesn't fill these kids up, gee whiz, I don't know what will. And I tell you what, her phone was broke. So that meant that when she went on a walk, she didn't go on the full hour walk. And lucky for me, the second best thing happened. My oldest girl came home early enough that I could leave the two tablet watchers watching tablet on TV. And then the oldest one comes in and she says, Dad, I'm home. You hungry, baby? No, I ate a lot of pizza before I left. Yeah, I could tell because you left so late. Because I thought she was going to leave at 6, right? It was 6:30 by the time she left. Anyway, I love my kids, man. But I think that people who think about a day in the life of a regular parent and like what parenthood is really like, I gave 2 lice showers, and I didn't even tell you about how I had to walk into the swimming pool with my pants on to get my little boy to leave the water. Yeah, that's right. All the way up to my knees. I had water up to my knees, and I was stuck in those pants until 9:30. That's right. Because when I got home, my wife, you remember I went to go pick up my wife. I had that brief respite by myself listening to some YouTube. My wife says to me, hey, babe, did you pick up that lice shampoo? And I said, oh, babe, I'm so sorry they only have one. So I told her the story I just regaled you with. And she said, you only washed 2 of them? You didn't get me any. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I dropped her off, and in them same wet pants, I drove to the next miracle store in town, which is Fred Meyer. It's a Kroger brand. So I went there, and I picked up some lice killing shampoo, but for whatever reason, they messed up their system, and it didn't work on my medical card. So I had bought my wife some extra pillows. I just, I was like, I need some hangers, so I'm gonna grab some of these. Oh yeah. And I got this lice shampoo, and I come home, and I'm like, babe, I had to use all of my regular money, and then they wouldn't accept that, so I had to use the secure account. And she's like, did you get my lice shampoo? Yeah, babe. And she's pregnant, man, so we had to be like, ooh, are you sure about that? Doctor said it was okay. I already double checked. So she took a shower, 7 months pregnant, lice shampoo, and her story is basically the same as mine, only she was up late at night shampooing her own hair while her husband was apparently chilling out and relaxing, playing video games while she was doing her lice shampoo. But no, that's not the actual story. I had to wash her hair too. I had her sitting on a chair. She's all 7 months pregnant. She's all sprawled. And I'm like, babe, sit on this chair here. Get off the toilet like that. I can't do your hair over there. So I got her hair all done. I got her in there. And did I tell you all I put a couch on list for it to be sent to the dump because we got another couch. So our family is just blossoming. So this couch nobody wanted, not even for free. I'll tell you honestly, I don't think they even want it for free. They didn't want it for free, so I had to. In my video game time, when I was supposed to be able to do some stuff, I had to, you know what I had to do? I had to take that trash out. And in between all of this, I had to try and deal with some civil litigation related to my oldest boy. You know how it goes, when you get some letters and you're like, man, the grown-up stuff too? Oh, support calculations? Man. Oh, this is tedious. What a Tuesday. That was Tuesday.